Now then guys, what's going on? This is Yorkie here and welcome back to another episode of this Newcastle Takeover career mode on the channel. Now today we're going to fly through a load of games. We're going to get ourselves into January and hopefully this blossoming strike partnership that we've got at the moment with Moise Kean and Anthony Martial will continue to bang in the goals. We are currently sat top of the table in what is a ridiculously tight table. This league season so far, it's unreal. I cannot get over how close it is. All the way down to 10th, you could argue, all still in the fight for the title. Should also start moving ourselves towards the January transfer window in this episode. I'm not sure if we will get to it. I want to get through all of December and the rest of November if possible. I mean, there's a lot of games in there. There's going to be a lot of sim. I think we're going to kick off by playing the Chelsea game. I fancy it, to be honest with you. We got this Chelsea game early on. I fancy testing the squad. They're fighting for the title. We're fighting for the title. Let's see how we get on against Chelsea, and then we'll probably sim the rest of that month and see what kind of damage we can do in December. Is going to be the squad to take on Chelsea then. This is going to be a starting 11 and we've gone as strong as humanly possible. I fancy our chances today. Now Chelsea are currently in 10th, but they are only 5 points off of top of the league. They would only be 2 points off if they managed to beat us today. Of course, other teams at the top could win their games. They've got a strong team. We know they've got a strong team. Every time I've come up against Lukaku, he's caused me problems. Let's see who can win this one. It's Stamford Bridge as well. So home advantage to Chelsea. The Tifo in this one. Claude Makalele. I absolutely rate that. I've not seen that one before. I've not seen too many legend Tifos in these Prem games. They're usually players that are already playing on the squad. Now, they have improved the back line of Chelsea, if it needed improving in real life. But they have improved it. They've brought in Tapsoda and Kimpembe. It's going to be difficult. They're going to be really hard to break down. Well, the key today could be down the wings for them. Can they get in behind? The same key for us. Can I get players like Nico in behind here? He's going to get onto this, is he? Nico does get onto it. Thinks it across. Keane. Oh. Always fancy Keane to win that. I don't fancy Nico to win the second ball, but I suppose he's up against Pulisic today. And they're roughly similar heights. Both fighting for the football there. That's probably going to be the way the game's won today. Is down the wings. Attacking those three at the back. Oh, this might be nice. Coutinho now, lovely ball. St. Maximum, 1-0. Newcastle United. Fantastic start to the game for us. A little bit sloppy moving that ball forward there, Chelsea. And we capitalise. Said the game would be won down the wing. St. Maximum, one of our wingers. The big question is now, what could Chelsea do to get back into this one? They've not looked good at the start of the game. They've not started really bright. I thought they'd moved the ball better than they have done. I'm coming off playing the Leipzig career mode. I'm playing against like PSG and they moved the ball so well. It was super difficult to deal with. They're not doing a good job of it here, but never mind. Another winger with a goal and Pulisic makes it 1-1. Chelsea are right back in it. They fire back instantly without us even getting a touch of the football. What a lively start to this one here at Stamford Bridge. I thought it was going to be a bit of a rubbish game. The first 10 minutes, I've got to be honest, felt really rubbish. So I was like, there's probably not going to be many highlights in this one. We might squeeze in an extra game if we can. That's a terrible ball, Moise Kean. That's a terrible ball, mate. But yeah, I mean, it's absolutely gone nuts already. Nico wins the football, but how are you giving a foul for that, ref? How is he giving a foul there? He wins it back cleanly. Well, we discovered in this first 20 minutes if the ref's on the payroll or not. And he firmly is. He firmly is. Abramovich has got him on the payroll. But, I mean, it's a lively start. Makes good for the neutral. Doesn't necessarily make good for me because a loss to Chelsea starts to dampen our title hopes. Not that I think we would win the title this year, but I mean, we're in the race at the moment. January's coming up. We're going to spend a little bit more. There's a few players I want to get rid of that I'm not happy with. So, I mean, you never know. Martial now bearing down on them. And I knew I had St. Max. This is lovely. He's going to be in again. I said it's going to be on the wingers today. He might be caught. He's not going to be caught. St. Maximum will score again. And it is now 2-1 Newcastle. We're not even 30 minutes in. He's having an impact. Is St. Maximum today. And he's having a big impact. And we need that to continue. The space, though, I'm telling you, it's just going to be that space out wide today. I thought he was going to be caught by, I think it's James, but just couldn't catch him. Let's he go over the top now. ZH, that's lovely play. And he can't find the back of the net. Back and forth, though, isn't it? It's back and forth. And I absolutely love it. You know, a huge aim in these series is to bring you guys enjoyable games to watch. To bring you exciting games of football. And that's exactly what we're getting here. That was the wrong touch from Moise Kean, but he nearly got back on it. And that's exactly what we're getting in today's game. And, you know, Chelsea are dominating this one, but we are getting the breakaways that we so desire. And what I expected Chelsea to dominate this under Tuchel, and us to be able to hit them on the break. And so far, we are winning. We've hit them on the break. Oh, there, fans Martial. Martial stands that. Oh, you're going to get Moise Kean. Oh, it's 3-1 Newcastle. What a shambles Chelsea are. I don't think they've turned up today to try and defend. Martial's ball is perfect. And I was aiming, I'll be honest, I was aiming for St. Maximin. But the fact that we get that to Moise Kean there, and that is so calm, cool and collect. That's a striker in form. What a lively first half. Chelsea need to be worried now about just falling apart a little bit here. So we'll find St. Max. St. Max straight across. Moise Kean. Oh, they're falling apart. Chelsea are falling apart at the back here. 4-1 Newcastle, just like that, when Chelsea were firmly in the game and the counter-attack has worked perfectly. It's all about Martial, St. Maximum and Moise Kean in this one. They're absolutely dominating. Now, they've had nice play. You know, they've played decent football. They've held the ball really well. They've got into these kind of positions. We've just defended so well this season and so well in this game. A late corner for Chelsea. Can they bag a goal just before the half? It would make this game interesting. Colombo nearly does. Kimpembe then back out to Ziyech. She gets the ball in. Lukaku's up there against Phillips. And we actually managed to get this ball away. And that will be the half-time whistle. 4-1, the lead for Newcastle here at Stamford Bridge. We are without a doubt a handful for sides this year. A real handful. Oh, that's poor. A real handful. Just as I'm bigging us up, Moise Kean gives the football away. But so did Chelsea. And then that was reckless from Mason Mount. That's frustration that we're seeing there. What's the card going to be? There's not going to be a card. I told you. He's being paid by Abramovich. How is there not a card for this? Luckily, Coutinho not injured in that. So, thank our lucky stars. Would have been horrendous to have got a Coutinho injury. Nico now. That's lovely footwork from the youngster. I'm really starting to enjoy Nico. Oh, he's taking it out. But I'm really starting to enjoy Nico. A really good player. Unknown to me, really, when we picked him up, and he's been decent. This doesn't necessarily put Chelsea out of the race either. If they get a few decent results, they'll be, you know, straight in there. They'll be right back up towards the top. Will put us 7 points clear of Chelsea. That doesn't say anything for the rest of the top of the table, though. We'll see what's going on there. Arsenal are playing Liverpool. I know that much from the half-time. This is bad. What a interception by Pau Torres. But we do know that Arsenal are playing Liverpool. They're up at the top with us, and it's a draw at the moment. So that is, I mean, in reality, the most ideal result for us that we could ask for. Oh, Ziyech has got him behind it. Tarkowski's probably not going to catch him. Tarkowski does catch him, but what great footwork. They're in again. It's Pulisic. It was a wild ball from Lukaku that's kind of cost them there. That was really good play from Chelsea, but that has been the story of their game. That was unbelievable play. They should have been in. Calvin Phillips now is going to find St. Maximum, is he? He does. St. Max will pull it back for Calvin Phillips. Oh, what a save from Kepa. We don't often make triple subs, but I think in this situation, 67 minutes in, 4-1 up, we might as well make a triple sub. Longstaff coming on, Cavani coming on, and Lingard coming on. So it gives them an opportunity in a game that we are comfortably ahead in. And we have an opportunity here from this corner, because recently, from corners, we've been pretty decent. Lombo now getting forward. Oh, that's a decent ball in from him. We should have been... Oh, my God, what a save from Henderson. I mean, fair play to Tanganga. I don't think he saw the oncoming Pulisic. He's already bagged himself one. He caught it. He didn't catch it so sweetly, did he? Straight at the goalkeeper. He got the power he wanted. Kind of been the battle of the number 10s today, St. Maximum and Pulisic. He's been everything that's been right with Chelsea in this game as Christian Pulisic. And he's not been helped so much by his teammate, Nico. Oh, my God, that's lovely. Moise Kean. To cap off what has been an unbelievable performance. What a save by Kepa. Full-time whistle blows on this one, and it did feel like when Chelsea got straight back into the game, we were on for an unbelievable game of football. It's not stayed that way, unfortunately for them, and we've got victory. They really did dominate possession, but they just didn't do anything with it. There is going to be a highlight in there where you see that they're moving the ball really well, but not quite finding the mark or making one extra pass that they don't need to make where they should have shot. And it's not going to work out for them, and that's probably where they went wrong. There were a few defensive moments in that game where we were there for the taking. We might have got the last-ditch blocking that we needed, but Chelsea could have performed way better. Now, that's great news. Arsenal and Liverpool drew. So, before this Marseille game, let's see what's happened here in the league. We're now 2 points clear of Arsenal. Leicester City is still up there. Man City is still up there. Wolves, Man United, Liverpool. And Chelsea still aren't out of it if they can pick up some form and momentum. But it's going to be a lot more difficult for them now. Our first of the sim games done and dusted in Marseille, and we've come out basically unscathed. And that will be us finishing top of the Europa League table, which I kind of expected us to do. Marseille, the hardest team in there, but we played the first one. When you match up the two squads, we are far superior to them. Sorry, Marseille fans. 3-0 victory. Pau Torres getting a goal. Moise Kean and Lingard. So a really good sim all around. Next up, this game against Tottenham Hotspur, in which we lost 2-1. I mean, we had so many opportunities, so many chances. They dominated possession like teams usually do against us. Trincao got a goal. And basically, they have a red card and then just went God mode after the red card. Kane scoring and Fekir scoring. So, defeating the sim there. Not one I believe we should have had. I don't know what it is with red cards. I feel like you get a red card and the team just, I don't know, goes to mush. So, that's probably going to be the last of those kind of sims now for a minute. I'm going to go through and do a little bit of calendar simming since it's Wolves and Palace and Helsinki. And I think we'll come back for... do I come back for the Arsenal game or the Everton game? I haven't decided, but I'll figure it out. We've had an interesting run here. We beat Wolves 2-0. We beat Crystal Palace 2-1 and Helsinki 2-0. And then we lost to Brentford. So, I mean, that's a bit of a surprise. But we're going to take on Everton, I think, here. And I'm going to lead the Arsenal game. And we'll probably take on West Ham as well. I like those games. I like those midweek games where we're going to have to rotate a little bit as well. This will be the starting 11 to take on Everton. I'm not looking at the Everton squad and thinking that they look very strong, to be honest with you. Miko Moreno, arguably their best player. Someone who we wanted in the summer, potentially still someone we might go in for. We'll have to see what happens there. This is our starting 11. Trincao starts. He scored earlier. I still think we're going to sell him, though, if I'm being honest. I'm just not feeling Trincao. I'm just not. But this is our starting 11. Let's see if we can get a win with a bit of a rotated side coming off that 3-0 defeat to Brentford. The first played game we had was super exciting. And I'm hoping the second one will be as well. I mean, we look good this season. We really do. I didn't expect to be in the title race, but we firmly are. And we're a competitor in that title race as well. And the squad is very good. And I feel like this squad is just going to get better because I'm just going to sign even better players. That was terrible. I tried to fake shot there. I'm just going to be signing even better players. So this Newcastle team is going to go from strength to strength. But the whole point of this is dominance, like sheer dominance, Man City level dominance. Not just getting it that first time. If this is our first year, that'd be unbelievable. But to have some dominance here in England for a few seasons. I don't want to go too far with it, but to have a few years of that sustained dominance. Trincao there. It would have been a great ball over. Great block, though, by Davis. I think this is a team we should beat. Not with defending like that from Pau Torres. And what a goal that is from Savanier. Never heard of him, but that's an unbelievable hit. Oh, we may be about to slump into a bit of a bad run of form if this continues the way it does. I've gone back to the 4-2-3-1. I don't know why. I just feel like we need to use the wing-backs at some stage. And we've got good wing-backs, but it's not started well for us here in this game. I think there's a ball in there to Coutinho, I was going to say. Trincao now will whip that one across towards St. Max. Oh, they've all messed it up. And Pedro Neto will make it 1-1 just like that. I mean, that's a calamity from the back, really, from Everton, isn't it? Like, that is a sheer calamity from Everton at the back. They're just going to give us gifts like that. We're definitely going to take them. I don't know what went wrong for them there. It was a bit of a weird header. He didn't get much power on the clearance, and it opened up very, very quickly for me there. Well in Pau Torres. I mean, he mucked up a little bit earlier. That was far better from him. Don't let them get the ball across, because Solomon Rondon's got some height, and he's a good header of the football, so we have to be cautious of that. Here come Gordon. I had a player slip there. It's not a bad ball back. Oh, that's a great save from Henderson. Oh, they could be in trouble now. That's a good ball out to Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto then on the inside. Why has he put so much on it? He put way too much sauce on that. Oh my God, it's a mistake. Oh, and they're going to get away with it. Icardi falls over after the tackle's made. And they're living on the edge at the moment here. That should have been 2-1. To be fair to Pickford, he was played the ball in a really poor position. He needed to just boot it, though. He tried to take a touch. Icardi was in there instantly. I just think Pedro Neto times that ball a bit better and we score. But, I mean, these things happen. He got himself in a good position and Solomon Rondon puts that wide. They are moving the ball really well, to be fair to us. That could be a good ball into Donny. It is a good ball into Donny. He's going to find the back of the net. Now, the big question is, was he onside? I think he was. He was onside. That's got to have been very close. That's got to have been a tight decision, but who cares? Donny van der Beek will make this 2-1. And it's been coming. That Everton back line, not very good today at all. It's a great ball over there from Longstaff. And look at that touch on from Trincao. Perfect. Pickford, though. Mistake. Massive mistake. How he doesn't save this. He kind of just fluffs it. Gets hands to it, but I don't know. Don't know what's gone wrong there for him. All of a sudden, we have the lead and we've come back from behind. And I've been tweaking this tactic to try and get it to work. It's pretty similar now to what we had with Leicester. Obviously, that Leicester tactic was... I mean, it was pretty unreal, wasn't it? By the end of that save, the Leicester tactic we had was like... It was pretty nuts. So, we're close. We're close and thereabouts now with this tactic to be very similar to the Leicester one. And Cal there pulls that back edge of box to Coutinho. And that is just beyond the post. It was a really poor start from the lads, but we picked up very quickly, and that's exactly what I want to see. Coming to the second half, Ed, needing a third, I think, because although Everton haven't been very good, they have shown that if they do get an opportunity, they might score it well in Longstaff. Such a great work rate. Honestly, starting to really enjoy using Longstaff as a rotational piece, but... He's definitely got a place in this team, but I do think we need another, because if Everton get into good positions, they will score. But we're seeing another example of terrible AI squad building. We saw a great example with that Leicester squad, didn't we? Now we're seeing a bad example, because this Everton side of... Well, they've arguably got worse, haven't they, as time's gone on. Pedro Neto now, that's good footwork from him. He needs to find the pass. El Moreno now, found himself a bit of space. Donny van der Beek's got a good engine. Gets back. That's been a decent battle between the midfielders today. That's a nice switch over. What can Everton do now in this situation? Davis. Solomon Rondon. What a save from Henderson. Donny gets a yellow card for his tackle earlier. He probably deserves it. But Gordon's coming off now for Everton. And they're bringing on James Rodriguez. So, I mean, we'll see what impact that has. James at this stage, though, will be, what, 32? 31, 32? So, we'll see. Oh, my God. That is a shambles. Yeah, you will hold your head in your hands, Tavares. You will, mate. Because I don't know what you tried to do there. Shaletta Shah makes it 2-2. Felt like we dealt with it. Pau Torres wins it. I don't know what that header is from Pau Torres. And then Henderson comes. Tavares doesn't react. I mean, now we've had a shambles at the back, haven't we? Calabria. Instead across. Tavares blocks it. It's going to be giving us a handball. James Rodriguez. And Rondon rattles the crossbar. And we can't get it away, and it's gone wide. Oh, my God. We are living on the edge now. Firmly living on the edge. They've made another substitution. Solomon Rondon's coming off. Brian Brobby coming on, and that was played way too late by Conte. We need to do something. We need to do something to get back into this match. Everton are... Well, it's ebbing and flowing their way at the moment. Longstaff. I'm going to play that one out wide to Pedro Neto. Across. Oh, it was poor. He's gone back to Pedro Neto. He can't get a second bite of the cherry. Poor defending again from Everton, giving us a couple of bites of the cherry, but Neto couldn't find the back of the net again. Almiron wins that back. Coutinho now is going to be quick into Martial. Good footwork for Martial. That is what Martial does so well, and it is going to be 3-2 Newcastle. What a game we've got on our hands. Everton really playing... Oh, the risky game there. They played such a risky game out of the back, down the wing. Almiron with that work rate. Gets the tackle in, wins the football back. I thought he was going to be given a foul, but this is a very tight situation for Martial. He gets through that gap and finds a home for the football into the back of the net. We have the lead. Again, how long do we keep it for? Only, what do we need? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and we will have won this game. So let's just hold on now, lads. Reservation mode enabled. And hopefully we could just hold on to it. Alex Iwobi's not done much for them today. I think they're going to be giving the ball there. We're going to bring on Dunk because Pau Torres is knackered. They are giving the football. This is a good opportunity because James Rodriguez's delivery is pretty tasty. And Longstaff, what are you doing? What is that clearance? Our clearances today have been horrendous. And just like that, it's 3-3. Brian Brobby comes on and scores. I've got to look at Longstaff. I've got to say, what are we doing with the clearance, mate? He heads it across goal. Why would you ever head that across goal? I mean, as a glancing header, it was a perfect ball to Brian Brobby. I'm not sure that's what we should be trying to do in that situation. There is a little bit of time left. I don't know if there's enough for us to score. We'll find out. Well, we have some time left, but we couldn't do all with it. We're going to have a draw here against Everton. I mean, it shouldn't be a draw. Well, you shouldn't have just kept letting them into the game. Defensive frailties in that one. Tavares made the mistake. Pau Torres made a mistake. And Longstaff making that mistake right at the end of the game that gives Everton a massive point. Brian Brobby getting that goal, his first goal of the season, I believe. Oh, frustrating. Very frustrating. Not a good enough performance. And that does lose us top of the table. As I say, it's super tight up there. And if we're in the race this year, that would arguably be the nicest part about it, right? That we're just in the title race. But draws like that really don't help you, do they? 33 points, top of the league on 34 points. We play Arsenal next in the sim. And again, I told you, we're having a little bit of a barren run here. The loss to Brentford, the draw to Everton, and now a loss to Arsenal in arguably a game we might have been able to take at least a point from. We had more opportunities and better possession than Arsenal. They just got the job done in the first half. Yeah, it's not looking good for the title race. I mean, did I expect us to win the title in season number 3? No, I really didn't, but a little bit frustrating set of results there. It's dropped us down to 5th because of how tight the table is. But you got to remember, we're going to have easier games coming up as well. That's a tough run. This is 3 winnable games now. Sheffield United, West Ham, Fulham. They're 3 winnable games. Hopefully, we can put this 3-game barren spell past us and beyond us by beating Sheffield United, beating, West Ham and Fulham and going into the January window in pretty decent form. Well, we'll play Arsenal again and we'll live com that one. We do finally break the barren run, taking on Sheffield United. I firmly expected it, by the way, lads. I firmly expected that we'd come back and get a good result. 4-1 victory against Sheffield United. Coutinho with a double and Icardi with a double. We played the 4-2-3-1. We battered them. McBurney scored late on, but I'm happy. We're back on track. Chelsea beat Liverpool, so that all impacts the table. And we're back 3rd in the league. Look at that. Just one result back 3rd in the league. But now it's time for the final played game of the episode. We're going to take on West Ham. It's away as well, so I'm going to have to put up with the bubbles. They're 17th in the league, and it's snowing, and we can't really play in the snow. I have to be honest. We just genuinely can't. It looks too bad. Right, so this is going to be the starting 11. I've changed it to overcast just because, I mean, it makes more sense, right? Just makes more sense. They got a decent team, but they are 17th in the league. We need to bear that in mind. We took on Everton. They weren't having a great season. We struggled. We drew with them. This needs to be a victory, and hopefully a really good victory to end the episode off. London Stadium, so, it's going to be bubbles everywhere, and it's just annoying. It's got to be bad for the eyes as well, these bubbles, and I don't know, I just don't like the bubbles. So the aim of this one, don't let them score, because then you get more bubbles. And we don't get bubbles when we score, which I think is a little bit unfair. This is the only ground in the game where there's a home advantage because of something on the screen. It is. We're in early. No, we're not. Kurt Zouma's always going to deal with that. That's never going to be a problem for him. Coutinho now from deep. By Nico. Nico there. Tries to ping it over to Moise Keane. And I don't know what's happened there. He went down a bit funny. He's got back up. He's all right. But, I mean, I was trying to knock that back over to Martial. Martial might have found the goalkeeper off. Oh, maybe I should have tried to chip it. I'm not that brave. It wasn't a bad opportunity. It wasn't a bad shot. Fabianski, though, playing himself into a right mess there. Moise Keane. Moise Keane finds St. Maximum. Oh, Moise Keane has been brought down. He's still down. Coutinho, though. Oh, what a goal from Philippe Coutinho. It's bittersweet because Moise Keane was still down. We know he's going to be injured now. We just have to hope it's not going to be a long injury for him. I mean, beautiful ball back in from St. Max, to be honest with you. He's had a real good impact in this episode. I just enjoy using him. His balance is perfect. What a finish from Coutinho. I'm going to keep Moise Keane on for a little bit because, again, we were told, wasn't we, that the longer you leave the player on, the lesser their injury is. But I haven't seen a player this year run off an injury. Like, I've genuinely never had a player this season, on this year's game, run off an injury. They always stay injured now, so we'll see. I'll try and keep him on for a little bit just to lessen the injury more than anything. That's a good play now. We'll play inside, and what a block that is from Sarr. And Moise Keane, though, will still be able to have an impact here because that ball over to Martial is absolutely brilliant. Martial now will obviously finish that. It will be 2-0. And I think we're at the stage where Moise Keane needs to come off the pitch. But we wanted a big win, didn't we? It needed to be comfortable. Moise Keane comes off. Icardi comes on. I mean, we've got deadly weapons, haven't we? We just don't have that next striker coming through yet, do we? And I don't know if we'll find that this far in. We might find a regen, youth player, new gen, whatever you want to call them. I will call them regens. I'm so used to it from Football Manager. I've been streaming Football Manager now for nearly 4 years, so I'm so used to using that terminology. Oh, Coutinho's turned in perfectly. What a goal that would have been. Coutinho, he's so good on the ball. He's just so good on the ball. And then he's been found again, and I don't know why he went with his head. He's still got the football, though. Finds Martial, and Fabianski scrambles, but he saves it. Alves has made a mistake. Tolisso. Martial's been found in the box. They don't want to bring him down, obviously. Coutinho now. We've just got so many good dribblers. Tolisso. Martial. Fabianski again. Martial just can't seem to catch it right. I might go deeper now. I might go a little bit deeper, more towards Pau Torres. I don't know why I said Pau then, like I was Lethal Bizzle. It's been done now, St. Max. Oh, there we go. Finally, it's been constant pressure now for a while. Finally, we make it 3-0. Well, I mean, West Ham are done and dusted, aren't they? But maybe we won't play teams that are at the lower end of the table. Let me know what you think. I try and mix it up with the teams we play against. We played against Chelsea, obviously, big team. And then that game against Everton, they were lower down in the table. It ended up being a great game, but I mean, this one probably will be a walk. I mean, West Ham aren't really offering me anything, so it'll probably be a walkover. But let me know if you'd rather just see us play the big teams at this stage of the series. That's absolutely fine. As we kick off the second half with bubbles, I would like to just continue the pressure. I mean, that first half performance really was impressive. We've won the ball back already, and it's the footwork we've got of the players on the pitch. This is going to be 4, surely. Martial with a hat-trick, of course. I mean, in West Ham, did they turn up? I don't think they did. I think they're still on the coach. They're still in the dressing room. They give the ball up to Calvin Phillips instantly. Couple of passes, we're in. It's the footwork of like Coutinho and Icardi. Like, they've got such good balance and dribbling ability. And that ball's fantastic from Coutinho. We're on for a shutout. And I'm glad we are, because that Everton game was really difficult. And we've had a rough patch. And it's about time we got ourselves another big shutout. We've got the team. There's no doubt about it. You look at our squad now, I don't think there's a player on this team right now playing in this game that isn't 80. And they're all good 80s as well, you know. You do get some 80 overall players that aren't that good. I've had a few of them. Oh, that's not good. Pau Torres blocks the shot, though. But at this stage, we've really got some worldies. We've got some world beaters. You look at the squad, Martial 85, Icardi 86, Coutinho 82, Phillips 84, Maximin 84, Torres 88. The only 70 rated player is Sarr. Like, this is a Premier League challenging squad at the moment. It really is. And we're only going to add to it in January with the money that we've got. We've had 2 pretty rough seasons. This one is definitely, in my opinion, going to be our best so far, and a title challenging season. That's great from Coutinho. Nico. That's not the pass. It's just not the pass. Well in Martial for keeping it. Well in Tolisso to win that. And then we've got the ball across from Nico. He's going to dink that back into Icardi. He's never going to win that header. We're going to have another sub. Martial's tired, so we'll bring him off. We're bringing on Pedro Neto. But what's going to happen is Neto will go out on the left wing. And St. Max will go up top. Because I think St. Maximin's more than capable to play up top. I'm quite shocked here, actually, considering the Everton game. How bad West Ham have played. Every ball forward's been bad. At least in the Everton match. I always felt a little bit under the cosh when they had the football. Always felt when they were moving it forward, there could be a problem. You know, there might be an opportunity in for them. I haven't felt like that once against West Ham today. I'd be intrigued to see if they've had a shot, to be fair. They haven't really piled bodies forward. It's been a very mixed bag for them. This is the best opportunity they've had, and they actually score it. Sarr's very unlucky with his clearance there. João Pedro with a tight angle. And just as I'm saying that West Ham haven't done anything, João Pedro goes ahead and scores. I mean, commentators curse. I just think I'm cursed in general. Oh, that is good play. That is very good play. Tolisso didn't get straight back up. Vlasic now. Is this going to ignite West Ham a little bit? Oh, my God. That's poor defending from Pau Torres. Don't let Souček get it across. We should get the ball away now. Now, this is where it could go badly for them. St. Max is just played a perfect ball. This should be 5-1. Icardi, still going Icardi. 5-1, 5-1. Like that goal there from West Ham just woke us up just a touch. Just reminded us that we were in a football game and that we weren't having afternoon tea. Oh, that's a great ball forward now from West Ham, and Vlasic will make it 5-2. Well, it's gone a little bit nutty here, hasn't it, towards the end of the game? But has ended 5-2. And what a way to end the episode with that game. An unbelievable game of football. West Ham really just weren't involved that first half. They were non-existent. The big thing for me is Moise Kean's injury, though. I need to get back and see how bad that is. Only 5 days. That is bloody brilliant. And it looks like I need to go through do some contracts. I'll probably do that now off camera. But yeah, only 5 days. Now, with the contracts, I think we re-signed probably everybody there apart from Cavani. I think we let Cavani go, but I'll definitely be re-signing Lingard, Tarkowski. We'll probably re-sign Dunk to sell him next summer, but you know, that's way down the line. That's way down the line. That's gonna be it for this one, guys. Now, we did use some new sliders in this one. You'll have noticed, because there were some nutty results. There were some crazier games, and I've kind of tweaked them back to exactly what they were in FIFA 21 for me, and I've kind of gone over for excitement rather than realism and just difficulty. You'll notice with that Everton game, the game is definitely a lot more difficult for me. I'm going to concede a lot more now, but I can still open teams up if we get the right movement, we get the right plays. But yeah, I feel like this slider set is definitely harder for us. Anyway, that's enough from me. Take it easy. I appreciate the support as per usual. I will see you again in another episode.